So what we will be doing today, step-by-step process. We have 3 products in the Future series. We have Future Scholar, Future Protect, and then Future Builder. So simulan natin yung mas maagang kailangang i-prepare until of course the new product. So of course we'll start with education. So our first product to be discussed this morning is Future na talagang it's designed to and marketed as an education product. Yung pangalan niya, yung benefits niya. So ano ba yung laman nito? First, let us see kung bakit ito yung ginawang product ni AIA Film Life. Sabi nga ni Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And di ba, former Senator Raul Roco, sabi nga niya, education is a privilege, not a right. So diba, this is something that we are able to provide our wala pa palang children. So your children, those who have children and or yung mga may pinapaaral. And even if diba, even if sometimes they say education now is overrated, and of course to change with K to 12, sinasabi nila na ay ano na hindi na yan as important because di ba biglang you don't have to finish college. Sabi nila you just finish the program and you're okay to be hired already. But the Filipino mindset is di ba ako nung lumalaki ko lagi sinasabi sa akin mag-aral ka and that you will be able to go places. Of course now uso na yung mga magiging entrepreneur, but still if you are educated, if people are educated, mas marami yung opportunities na available to them. Kaya naman kahit na may K to 12, pinupush pa rin ng mga magulang ang pagka-college. Ngayon, why is this important that we offer this to our clients? Why is it important for us to have an education product? Well, sharing with you mga ladies and gentlemen of Starbright. Ayan. So I've collected annual tuition fees of top universities in the Philippines as of 2020. UP is now 60,000 per year, still one of the least expensive universities to go to. LaSalle, it costs about 270,000 for the 3 terms in a year. And Ateneo, it's around 216,000 to go to Ateneo for 1 full year as of today. This has changed a lot because I actually copied this slide from sa mga tenured advisors na this is actually from JC. 6K lang yung sa UP dati. Yun, nadaanan ko rin yun. Anyway, ayan. Di ba? So yung sinabi ni Argel, that actually is very relevant. Imagine going to UP for just 6,000 pesos a year. And when I did this slide, when I just updated it, yung numbers pa niya that is 2014. And in 2014, Ateneo was just around 180,000 and LaSalle is around 170. Now it's 270,000 and 216 because tuition fees increase on an average 10% every year. Quick trivia, nationwide average is just 7% actually. Actually, when we present 7% okay na yun. Although, kaya siya 10% every year because universities in Metro Manila, average increase nila is around 12% every year. So that's why it's very important to start saving for the education of children as early as possible, especially if you want to let them go to the schools that they want to go to. And of course, I believe naman ang mga kliyente ng Starbright, yung mga nag-aral yan sa LaSalle, Ateneo, UP, mga politiko talaga. So those clients would want their children to go to the same school. Paano pa yung mga clients natin na gusto magpadala sa Enderan and the other schools that are actually even more expensive than the schools listed here or abroad? Correct, Arjel, thank you. So if they want to study abroad, that's a different matter altogether. Mas mataas pa siya. And the question is this: if that's what you need for college, sige, let's say now, sige, we'll just follow K to 12. Now, let me share with you the cost of primary and secondary education in the Philippines. This is as of 2019. So if you were to go to elementary, that's 70,000 to 200,000 a year, depending on saan mo siya pinasok. Overall cost is 420 to 600,000. Ibig sabihin, that's the 6 years that you spend in elementary school. And below that is high school, 100,000 to 250,000 a year. That's 600,000 to 1.5 million for 6 years. So in total, yung mga magki-K to 12 will cost 1,020,000 to 2.1 million for the entire K to 12. Ay, wala pa pala yung kindergarten, sorry. So may additional pa for kindergarten. But on average, ayan, 1 million to 2 million. Parents now, they need 1 million to 2 million to send their kids to a good private school. Ngayon, you can argue naman, we can send them to public schools. And maganda rin naman siguro yung education na kukuha na sa public schools. But how many talaga of your clients have said that they would like to send their children to public school? Yon. So the reality is, even if it's not for college, even if it's just for elementary and high school, mataas na yung cost for education. Thus, we need to prepare our clients, our parent clients to be able to build an education fund for their children. Kaya ang answer natin for that is Future Scholar. The major features of Future Scholar is one, there are education payouts when when your child reaches college. Yan, upon reaching age 18, meron nang marireceive na guaranteed benefits yung mga bata na naka-insure with Future Scholar in 8 semi-annual increasing payouts. The key factor here is the guaranteed benefits, and that's also one of the key features na we propose to the client, because especially yung mga nakagawian na yung Pacific plans and CAP, most of our clients, they want guaranteed benefits when it comes to something certain, like mag-aaral naman talaga at mag-aaral yung mga anak nila. So they want to be sure na hindi nasasayang yung pera nila. Next. Growing account value. So Future Scholar is a hybrid product. It's both an UL and a VUL product. So a portion of the premiums that paid by our clients will be invested in expertly managed funds that can potentially grow their money over time. And of course, plan continuation. Siyempre, the parents are building a fund for their children, but if something were to happen to them, the plan will be able to continue without having to worry na magkakaroon ng college education fund yung mga anak nila. Plus, there's an optional term and disability rider for the payer owner until before the child reaches age 18. Ibig sabihin, while the owner is paying for the plan, and if something happens to the owner, meron siyang pwedeng option na makuhang term insurance, which is in this case, we position nga usually as habang nag-ipon sila for college, alam naman natin na igagapang nila yung education ng kanilang family. So what if something happens to them before college? The term insurance will be the one that will be able to fund yung elementary and high school education ng nilang mga anak. A chat from Miss Marie says, during my son's time at Ateneo, 120,000 plus lang per year. See, that was 10 years. 10 years ago, it's 120. Now it's double that amount already. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Marie. Yeah, so we go to feature, advantage, and benefit. So again, we will use this in our training session this morning. The selling technique. First, of course, we will show them the features of what is it. Ayan, mukhang maraming nagpunta ng Ateneo dito. Kami kasi ni Ardel UP, so kami yung 6,000. But good job sa mga 180,000 and 120,000. Ayan, the features. So we will view and share the characteristics of the product. Ayan, and it remains unchanged whether the prospect buys or not. And of course, we will show you the advantages, which we can also share with our clients. Advantages is how does it work and what the feature does and the service that the product will be able to perform para sa mga kliyente natin. And of course, the benefits, what's in it for me, or in this case, what's in it for the client, for the parent. So this is the payoff of the advantage and the value of the product provides to this individual prospect. Again. So the first key feature of Future Scholar is the guaranteed college education payout. This is, as I mentioned earlier, ito yung pinaka-glaring at baga, it captures the attention of our clients because it carries the word guaranteed. So yes, may guaranteed portion ang Future Scholar. The advantage is, of course, upon reaching age 18, the child will be able to receive guaranteed benefits to be given, again, as I mentioned, semi-annual payout. So basically, in a way, semestral yung pagbibigay nung benefit. So how does it work? First is the client chooses their pay period. Future Scholar has 2 pay periods. There's 5P, and then there's the pay to age 17 of the child. So basically, the issue age for Future Scholar for the child. In this case, kasi yung bata yung insured. The insured child has to be from 0 to 10 years old, and the payer owner has to be from 8, pwedeng kumuha 18 to 55. Yan. So once that you have chosen the payment period, whether it's 5K or pay to age 17, ngayon choose how much of your premiums will be allocated for guaranteed education benefits, and then how much will go to the VUL portion or the investment. So in this table, now there are 2 options for those who are availing of Future Scholar. One is a 50-50 split. So 50% goes to guaranteed education benefit, the guaranteed savings, and 50% goes to the investment. And then there's the other option, 20% goes to your guaranteed benefit, and then 80% goes to the VUL, to the mutual fund aspect of the plan. This is 50-50. This is more for the conservative, really wants to secure something for their children, and for those who are more investment savvy or maybe mas willing mag-take on ng risk, they can choose the 20%, 80% option. Of course, if they want to go 100%, they can get Future Builder, which we will discuss later on. Again, how does it work? So for example, at the child, dahil ang paborito nating character si Bogart, so sa anak to ni Bogart, si Boogie. Boogie, who's age 0, annual premium of the payer owner is 100,000, pay period 5K, and they chose premium allocation of 50-50. So total premiums paid for the traditional component is 250,000, and total premiums to the unit-linked investment, dun sa mutual fund option, is 250,000. And then, so what will happen? Ito kasi pre-computed na. So for this one, 250,000, in this scenario, 280,000 ang total guaranteed education benefits. This is something worth noting. Be able to compute kung magkano yung magiging guaranteed education benefit, you basically multiply this percentage, this table, 112 to 102, to the premium going to the guaranteed portion. Again, it's easy to remember because at age 0, ibig sabihin 0 years old yung bata, kapapanganak lang, hindi pa nagwa 1-year-old, the multiplier is basically you multiply the total premiums paid with 112%. And then, ayan, from babawasan mo lang ng 1% every year na ginigain ng bata. So if this was taken out at age 1, 111% na siya. And 2, 110, and so on and so forth hanggang age 10, which is the last issue age for children, 100% yung makukuha niya sa guaranteed portion. So it's actually very, very advantageous for parents to get this plan for their children at the age of 0. Kung kapapanganak pa lang, let's talk about education with them. Because, di ba, that's an assured 112% or 12% of the total. So, di ba, nagbabayad pa lang siya ng 50,000 in that case, in that year. Assured na yung 12% growth of the total premiums paid. And it just goes down. Yan. Again, guaranteed college payout. So the payout period for future scholar ay tuwing December and June. This has been adjusted na, di ba? We adjusted our academic calendar. From June, naging August na usually nagsisimula. That's why June pinipay out so that the parents, they have time to prepare para sa enrollment ng mga anak nila, and then for December for the second semester. Yan. Para remember na lang po, the payout period is December and June. At the earliest na maging 18 yung bata. Yan. Yan. So the payout goes like this. It's 28,000, 32,200, 37,100, 42,700. It increases by 15% every year. And it begins with 10%. So next we will learn how that actually works. Paano ba ginawang na-divide yan, and then paano naging eksaktong 280,000 yung guaranteed payouts over the course of 4 years and 8 semesters. This is how it's broken down. The total guaranteed education benefits will always be divided into 1,000 units, and the number of units paid per semester will be according to this table. So ito na yung sinusunod, however much it is na nilagay. So increasing lang siya every year, 100, 115, 132, 153. The total is 500. For the second semester, it's the same thing. This is basically a 15% increase of units from the previous year paying out. And ayan, total guaranteed education benefits. Basically, what we will do is kung magkano man yun, divided by 1,000, that's ibig sabihin it's 280 per 280 units yung available sa kanya per semester. And then you just multiply that lang with the calibration na ilang units ba yung pinipay out. So if you have 280 units, times 100 units to be paid out, basically it's 280 times 100, kaya 28,000. So basically 280,000 mo, it's divided by 1,000 lang. So hindi yung pag-multiply sa kanya, again, it's increasing by 15%. Ang rationale for the 15% growth every year is so that makasabay siya sa tuition fee increase nung schools. It's more than 10% because of course we know that aside from the tuition fee, may mga miscellaneous fees pa yan. That's why it increases by 15%. And samakto lang naman din siya, by increasing it by 15% every year, makukompleto yung pag-payout ng buong education benefit. That's how it looks like. It looks like basically it's 280 because it's divided by 1,000 times the factor of units released during that time. Ayan. So the benefit for this is, of course, it guarantees the creation of a fund for the child's college education. in my experience of offering Future Scholar, yan yung gustong-gusto ng mga parents because iba pa rin talaga yung tunog ng guaranteed. Although they see that it's not as high, um, but actually when you position this to parents who already have the money right now, imagine um, just paying the um, tuition fee equivalent nung taon na yon, it will already create a guaranteed na makakapagpaaral dun sa anak niya pag zero age later on. So if money is not an issue, gusto pa rin talaga nila ng guaranteed. Yan. How about the other 50% ng investment? How does that work? So it works this way. The 50%, of course, is invested in our PAMI funds, ngayon BIMI funds. Ang existing funds for Future Scholar are the following: Philam Bond Fund, Philam Fund, Equity Index, and Strategic Growth Fund. Ayan. So how does it work? Nawala yung option 1. Option 1, so they can use the invested fund to partial withdrawals. Yun yung option 1, which is second, kapareho rin naman ng option 1. This is basically timing the partial withdrawals kasabay nung pag-payout nung guaranteed education benefit. So basically, this will supplement yung education benefit na ipipay out for that particular semester or for that particular year. The rationale behind it is, of course, minsan talaga kulang yung guaranteed education benefit for that particular year, especially if for example dinesign or kinrate natin yung education fund with the child hopefully going to Ateneo. As we saw earlier, it's 216,000 to go to Ateneo. Biglang nung magka-college na yung bata, he or she wants, well, si Boogie wants to go to LaSalle, which is 270,000. So kailangan mag-augment from the guaranteed from the investment dun sa guaranteed education benefit. Something to note lang, whether it's for partial or scheduled withdrawal, the policy will terminate if the account value is exhausted. That's why option 1 and option 2 are partial withdrawals, and in this case, scheduled withdrawals para tapos na nung plan sabay nung pag-ubos din nung education benefit. Of course, there's still option 3. They can, kung hindi naman kailangan yung investment portion, like enough na to fund the education using the guaranteed education benefits, they can accumulate the investment as savings after college. Some clients would want to use this as a cash gift or a graduation gift to their children. And of course, as long as may account value yung policy, it still exists as an insurance plan for the child, or in this case yung adult na student na. So ayan, in this case, assuming an 8% growth dun sa 100,000 annual premium or 50,000 going to the VUL side, at the age of 22 ng bata, Boogie, there's going to be 897,237 available to him. Pwede niya itong i-withdraw, maybe to start a business or to maybe enjoy, parang take a break before going to work. Ayan. So the advantage of having the VUL portion is, of course, the client can also take advantage of the expertly managed funds ng Philam Life, and the benefit, it may potential higher returns to help boost your child's college education fund. Yeah. Next, plan continuation. So Future Scholar comes with, so this is a mandatory rider package. It comes with a package payers benefit rider. So it will excuse the payment of premiums, the regular premium, and special top-ups if applicable. due if payer owner dies or becomes totally and permanently disabled during the premium paying period. So we've seen this before, but quick lang din. How does it work? So, ayan. First is, um, first is total and permanent disability. So a parent is totally and permanently disabled again if he or she is unable to do the work that he has trained to do for 6 consecutive months, hindi siya makapagtrabaho. And of course, his or she is disabled if he or she is unable to perform 3 or more of the 6 activities of daily living for again 6 consecutive months. Ano yung 6 consecutive, ano yung 6 activities of daily living? Ayan, transfer. Ayan, kung nami-miss ninyo yung magtataho namin, nandito na po siya. So again, mukhang tumatiming talaga siya for our Rookie Academy. Ayan. Transfer, ibig sabihin, hindi niya kayang go from one room to another. Mobility is basically paglalakad. Yes, na-late siya today. Usually 9 o'clock, 9:30, nandyan na yan eh. Dressing, kung hindi niya kaya magbihes, kung hindi niya kaya maligo, kung hindi niya kayang kumain mag-isa, or hindi niya kayang pumunta ng CR mag-isa, that if tatlo dito hindi niya kayang gawin, he is considered disabled if he is unable to do this for 3 months. And of course, yung isa is kung namatay. But basically, ayan. So, for example, si Boogie, kinuhanan ng insurance ng future scholar ni Bogart, who is 30 years old, before reaching the age of 18 or finishing yung payment period ng pay to age 17, na disabled si Bogart, na aksidente, na tulan ng kamay, hindi makapagtrabaho. All of the succeeding premiums will be waived by Philam Life. And still, the guaranteed education benefits will be there. So basically, the Philam na yung magsusustain nung plan. The advantage is si Bogart or the parent can have peace of mind knowing yung anak nila, yung education fund for college will be given as planned. So whether or not makompleto yung payment, yung kunyari in the case of the 280,000 guaranteed education benefit, 280,000 pa din po yung makukuha nung bata at by ni Boogie by the time na mag-college siya, by May 18. Yan. Actually, Future Scholar is a very simple plan kasi talagang it's designed just to be able to give an education fund for the child. So, konti lang other features. On top of the payer's death and disability, pwedeng lagyan ng payer's term and disability rider. The payer owners can add term insurance for death and permanent disability until age 18 of the child. How does it work? So, going from the illustration kanina, so kung si client, si Bogart, ay nagbabayad ng to age 17 ng plan ni Boogie for college. And he got an optional payer's term and disability rider coverage. If at year 3, na-disable nga siya, naputulan ulit ng kamay dahil sa aksidente. In this case, hindi po kailangan mamatay. The client will already receive 900,000 pesos. And then, of course, the premiums are waived and plan continues to be in force. Of course, pag namatay, ganun din. Makukuha na rin yung 900,000. The 900,000 is always equivalent to the guaranteed education benefit. I think in this case kasi, kung 100,000 every year paid to age 17, ayan, 900,000 po yung guaranteed education benefit. So, ayan, the payer's term and disability rider will always equal the guaranteed education benefit. What's the benefit for the plan holder and for the child? When the unexpected happens to the payer owner, the parent, there will be additional cash that can be used to fund for pre-college education expenses. Diba? As I mentioned earlier, usually pag nag-iipon tayo, look sa college because naisip naman natin, while the parents are alive, they will fund the education of the child. Diba? Sabi nga natin, the best education plan is the parent alive. So, if something happens to the parent, in this case, makukuha na yung coverage, and that can be used for the primary and secondary education of the child or children if maraming kinuwang future scholar si Bogart. Ayan. Okay, so sabi ni Sir Richard, he has a question. Sige po, before we proceed.
Sige. Yung sa waiver of premium, so halimbawa si owner, sabi nga natin at year 3 or at year 3, na-TPD siya, no? So waive na yung kanyang premium.
Yeah.
Pero, okay, guaranteed pa rin yung kanyang yung payout, no? Pero yung VUL non-portion, yung invested portion, siyempre, hihina yun, tama ba?
Ang waiver of premium in this case is kasama yung sa WP. Sorry, the VUL portion. As mentioned,
okay.
Kaya kasama pa yung kasi siya the basic premium. And in this case, since it's a hybrid product, the basic premium consists of the guaranteed education benefit and yung VUL portion.
Okay, follow-up question there, no? Now, just in case itong si Ninong, halimbawa si Ninong, decides to continue on paying.
Si Ninong?
Will it negate? Oh, halimbawa si Ninong niya,
okay.
no?
Sige. Gets.
So sabi niya, hindi na si Kuya. So yung anak niya, ako na lang magbabayad. No? Without really changing the owners, no? Pero kumbaga para may papasok pa rin na pera. Will that negate the waiver of premium or how would it affect now the whole plan itself?
First place, once the waiver of premium takes effect, hindi na i-charge ng premium si client. And plus,
okay.
So wala nang lalabas na billing kasi nga na-enact na yung waiver of premium. So waive na yung succeeding premiums, hindi na siya i-charge. Kung si Ninong gustong bayaran or i-sustain yung plan, it's going to be more of an ad hoc up na lang.
Yeah. Apply pa yun.
Sorry?
I-apply pa ba yun yung ad hoc top-up? Ibig sabihin, before he accepts any payment coming for that policy, does the owner himself, kailangan pa ba merong ad hoc top-up yun na application?
Yes, ad hoc top-up kailangan yung investment change form. Pero ayan, maganda po yung suggestion ni DJ. Pwede naman po siyang kumuha na lang ng panibago para doon sa inaanak niya.
Okay. So that's one option.
Yes.
Pero okay, yung scenario natin kanina na mag-ad hoc top-up, pwede pa rin yun. Mag-apply lang ng ad hoc top-up form. Magsasubmit ng ad hoc top-up form.
Yes, actually, di-discuss yun later on, Sir Richard. Pero yes,
okay.
Pwede mag-ad hoc top-up.
Alright. Okay, thank you.
Alright, thank you. And any other questions before we proceed? Can client get both disability and death rider for waiver of premium and other benefits? Ano po kasi, what do you mean, Miss Marie?
Hello, good morning. Sir Red, yung sa waiver of premium payment, can the client get both the payer's term disability and the payer's benefit for the death? Di ba kanina may death, tapos ngayon disability lang?
Yes po, pwede.
So pwedeng dalawa?
Opo. Actually, kasi yung kanina, death, that's also death and disability. This payer's term and disability rider, kanina po, basically waiver lang siya, walang ibibigay doon sa kliyente. In this case, pag na-disable or namatay, may ibibigay pong coverage.
Okay. So pwedeng dalawang rider makuha sabay?
Yes po. And actually kasi yung isa, mandatory po yun. So ito talaga,
okay.
attachable. Yes.
Ito lang yung optional, yung term and disability.
Yes.
Okay,
Yung-
thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yung payers benefit po is mandatory. It comes with the plan.
Mandatory. Okay, thank
Opo,
you.
it comes with the plan. Yan, thank you, Ms. Marie, for that question. Okay, so are we okay to proceed? If you're okay, can you exclamation point if you're okay? If not, post your questions. Yan, DJ, sabi okay. Argel, thank you. Ayan. Okay, thank you for that.
Red
Next.
question.
Ay, sige, Ms. Jean.
If something happens to the payer and di ba yung cash out starts when the child is 18 years old,
Yes.
naman no, he's capable of transacting na at age 18. Kumbaga,
Yes.
okay, sige, no need, kumbaga there won't be any problem kahit nawala si payer.
Opo. Although, thank you for that, Ms. Jean. So yes, dahil 18 na yung bata by the time na magpe-payout, kaya nang siya yung mag-transact on behalf of the plan. Besides, siya naman yung insured. Although for future scholar, I always advise advisors to, and even the clients, of course, na maggawa ng contingent owner. Yung lagyan po ng contingent owner. Like for example kasi, of course, the ad hoc top-up can be done by almost anyone. So, hindi siya kung hindi makakapirma yung owner, hindi rin magagawa yung ad hoc top-up. So, best to have a contingent owner for the plan.
Thank you.
Yan po. So, parents, for example, can be the other parent can be a contingent owner. Thank you, Ms. Jean, for that question. Ayan, sige po, magtanong lang po kayo kasi, of course, the real learning is when we ask, and because of course these are features, advantages, and benefits. Yung mga how it works really on the field, ayan, malalaman natin through the question. So thank you for that. So let me proceed. Ayan, of course, another key feature for future scholar, ang lagi pong insured yung bata. Ayan. And the death benefit is computed this way. It's the higher of the account value or the minimum guaranteed death benefit. So that's 5 times the annual premium paid to the unit-linked plan. Please note po, the unit-linked plan only. The death benefit po kasi, ang basis niya is yung sa 50% going to the account value, or that 80% kung 2080 yung nile. So it's the annual premium paid to the unit-linked plan, so 125% of top-ups less 125% of withdrawals, plus total premiums paid to the traditional portion, to the guaranteed portion before the age 18 of child. If the child dies after age 18, or kumbaga nagsisimula na yung payout, so it's still going to be the higher of the account value or minimum guaranteed death benefit plus yung remaining education benefits. Yun. So ito po yung key things to remember. Before 18 po yung bata na may nangyari sa kanya, ang ibibigay po is the higher of the account value or minimum guaranteed death benefit plus total premiums paid to the traditional plan. And then if it's beyond 18, ayan, it's same, higher of the account value plus minimum guaranteed death benefit plus kung magkano man yung natitira doon sa guaranteed education benefit kung nakapag-start na mag-payout. Yan. Okay. Ayan, so basically that's a sample. If the payment period is 5 years, if may nangyari sa kay client after 21, tapos na yung pag-payout, but meron pa naman po siyang account value, ang mabibigay na lang sa kanya is kung magkano man yung account value at that time, or kung mas mataas yung minimum guaranteed death benefit, yun po yung makukuha. Yan. Life insurance coverage for the child, of course, the death benefit is computed as this one. It's the higher of the account value for the minimum guaranteed death benefit. Let's call it MGDB na lang para mas madali moving forward. And if before age 18, plus the guaranteed education benefit premiums paid, or after age 18, the remaining guaranteed education paid. Let me just finish the benefit. When the unexpected happens, get additional cash. And of course, fund for pre-college education expenses. As of today, what's my best recommendation to client parent? Miss Marie, actually, I still let the parent choose. But I inform them lang na there are just two choices, 50-50 and 20-80. In my experience, mas pinipili talaga nila yung 50-50 because they want a bigger chunk na mako-consider as guaranteed. Especially if the child is they're taking life insurance for a child na zero, kapapanganak pa lang. Malaki po kasi malaki-laki rin yung 12% na increase dun sa sa GEB. So they like that. They like the certainty na makukuha yun. Of course, kasi why most of my clients get 50-50, even before nga some trivia lang po, tinanggal na rin kasi yung before pwedeng 80% yung sa guaranteed. But masyado yata siyang maliit na later on. They want the guaranteed portion kasi nga it has a notion of safety. So they want that peace of mind. So
Red?
Yes.
Thank you, Sir Red.
Parang nagagawa ako ng proposal nga not naman recently, yung recent na nakuha sa akin parang last year. Am I right in assuming na ang offer talagang 50-50 na lang? Meron pa bang iba?
May 80-20 po.
Kasi hindi ko na siya nakikita. Palagi nagde-default sa 50-50, dapat pala hanapin,
Yes, pwedeng hanapin yung, wait lang. Let me clarify lang kasi baka 80-20 also is, baka hindi napipili for someone above a certain age. Pero I'll note that, Miss Eva. But yun, sa ngayon, dalawa po yung options talaga. It's 50-50 and 80-20, 80% going to the ULP portion.
Okay, I'll check on that also. Kasi palaging 50-50, kaya yun lang ang pinipress ko.
Sige, let me also review that and I'll get back to you on that. Thank you, Ms.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That's what I thought then dati. Kaya when you mentioned kanina Red na two options, I actually went to IPOS to check. Pero baka
Kamusta, Jean? Meron?
Oo, meron na. Pero
Hindi ko nakikita.
I really thought for a while it was only 50-50 na lang. Kaya nung start nung presentation ni Red, I went to IPOS to check. Ay, meron.
Thank you for checking this, Jean. Actually, I checked IPOS then before finishing the presentation. Kasi nga, naabutan ko pa po yung future scholar na may 80-20 to the guaranteed education benefit. Ayan. Just to confirm na dalawa na lang po yung pwede ngayon.
Oo nga.
Thank you, Marie, for asking.
Yes,
Kasi nakalimutan ko na yung part na yan. Pero alam mo, tama rin si Red. At least that's what I picked up. The 50-50 parang siya yung pinaka-better or best deal. Oo.
Yes.
Yan.
Kasi kung gusto mo talaga ng meron guaranteed, ba't ka pupunta sa 20? Diba? O gusto mo ng ULP, doon ka na lang sa ibang product. At least that's my thought.
Ngayon, add to the strength of the 50-50. Sinasabi ko din naman kasi sa kliyente is this portion ngayon, another feature, the top ups. So if they want to really increase it, they can do top ups. Ngayon, ang unique with Future Scholar is it doesn't allow for regular top up. It has an ad hoc top up option And special top-up, of course, pag may medical rating yung insured, pwedeng lagyan ng special top-up. And when I asked Kitch kung bakit walang regular top-up, it's because of the characteristics nung produkto mismo bilang hybrid siya. May computation na kasi talaga yung 50-50 na option. So hirap kung lalagyan mo pa ng regular top-up. So basically parang ginawa mo nating 80-20 yung
Parang ULP siya.
yes, parang ULP. But yan, for future scholar, we can do ad hoc top-ups and special top-ups. Now, yan.
Ayun ang maganda. Oo.
Yan. So, yan. If you want to increase the potential returns, especially if later on during the plan, nakikita na kulangin talaga yung guaranteed education benefit, pwedeng mag-ad hoc. Ayan, patapos na po tayo. So just sharing the commission schedule of future scholar. Nagva-vary siya depending sa age, hindi dun sa payment period. Ayan. If the child, yung insured is 0 to 3, ayan, the commission for future scholar is 25%, both for 5 pay and pay to age 17. Pag 4 years old to 6 years old, 20%, and pag 7 to 10 years old, it becomes 15%. All top-ups have 2% naman as commission din from all top-ups. Premium charges, hindi ko na pala na-include dito, parang just to share na lang din. First 3 years lang may premium charges ang future scholar. It's at 60% during the first year, 30% on the second year, and 2% on the third year. And another advantage of future scholar for those who are going to use it then for the ULP option. Kung meron naman kayong kliyente na talagang investment savvy or really wants to pour in the investment portion, 5 years lang po na may surrender charge ang future scholar. The following schedule, the first year is 80%, second 70, 60, 50, and 40 on the 5th year. So pababa lang po siya ng 10% every year. This is a key advantage because all of the other ULP products, except Family Secure, ang kanyang surrender charges ay up to the 10th year. Yun. So in this case, the rationale for that is paano kung kailangan mag-withdraw for the high school or the elementary education. Yan, kaya 5 years lang pwede nang mag-withdraw without surrender charges. Yes, Sir Richard. I have a question.
Okay. I remember meron tayong isang product before, no? Pero I think the commission na yung product na yun. Na you can parang ang gagamitin mong bata, yung maski ibang bata o hindi pa napapanganak, parang gano'n. Pwede ba yun? Halimbawa, buntis pa lang nung nanay, no? And then the father would like... Pwede ba yun? Hindi, no?
Hindi. Bright
Okay.
Future Invest yata yung sinasabi mo. Pero wala na nga, tama ka.
Oh, wala na yan.
Bright Future Invest, di ba? Kahit na anak or ano. Wala
BFI.
na.
Okay.
Ayan. Thank you for the question. Una po, yung dahil insured na ba, pwede pa rin po, Miss Eva, kaso merong hindi pa pinapanganak. Pwedeng iba, but you have to be able to, kailangan po merong consent from the parents. Kunyari po,
Yeah, pwede yun. Sorry.
Yes.
Oo.
Kung kukuhanan niyo po ay inaanak ninyo, tulad nung sinasabi ni Sir Richard kanina, si Ninong na gustong ituloy yung plano, kung kukuhanan po niya po yung inaanak niya, kailangan may consent from the parents. Bakit siya yung kumukuha para dun sa bata?
Oo nga, baka mamaya mapagkamalan pa siya, no?
Ganun din po, even with Bright Future Invest before, kailangan po ng consent.
Consent, alright. Okay.
Mapagkamala si Ninong, siya pala ama.
Oo.
Ganun,
Problema pa pala yun.
Istorya ka,
nakagawa na ng kwento. Ayan.
Screenplay pa yan.
Sige. Are there any other questions for future scholars? So it's basically a very simple plan. It's really for education. Of course, yung kanyang pinakamagandang aspect is yung guaranteed education benefit.
Pero ang liit talaga, no? Kaya dapat meron kang portion na ULP at saka top up na lang siguro para medyo ganahan ka sa
Whenever I present Future Scholar, I'm very frank with the clients. Sinasabi ko sa kanila, very liit lang po talaga yung guaranteed education benefit. But like I sold 2 Future Scholars kasi last April. And okay lang sa kanya mababa because ang importante talaga well, at least for my clients, mas importante sa kanila na yung guaranteed yung amount na yun.
Hindi, saka don't get me wrong, Red. I meant that because kasi talaga pag gumagawa tayo ng proposal, iniisip rin natin yung magiging benefit sa client natin, di ba? Na uy, ang liit lang. Pero pag naisip mo na pwede kang mag-start with just 30,000 and somebody wants to start, siguro konti pa lang budget niya, maganda siyang plan for that. Nasasagot niya yung needs ng market na wala pang masyadong budget.
Thank you pala for mentioning that, no, Miss Eva. Actually, Future Scholar kasi can start at 20,000 pesos lang po. So it's very affordable. So kumbaga, yun pa yung isang touch on niya, mababa lang yung starting premium. So at least kahit na hindi yun talaga makakaabot dun sa gusto nilang do later on, maganda siyang starter plan for an education program.
On the other hand, actually nakita ko rin dito sa guaranteed benefit, no, guaranteed education benefit. This can actually be a way to sell to also VIP clients. Yung kliyente nga na may pera na, tapos ilipat niya lang yung pera niya rito eh. Imagine, let's say I have 1 million, kunyari lang. And then I pay it for 5 years, 200,000 a year. Diba? May 1 million na ako. Yung 1 million ko tutubo, guaranteed eh, ng yung 50% pa lang, 2% to 12%. So yung pera ko, inilipat ko lang dyan, plus yung half of my money pa goes to VOL. So technically, tumubo talaga yung pera ko. So this can be, ako, if I were to do this and meron akong VIP client na gusto niya guaranteed, ayaw niya ng VUL, I will offer Future Scholar. I will tell this person, may pera ka dyan, lipat mo lang dito. Technically, nilagay mo lang sa bank. Ginaranti na natin yung education ng anak mo. Tumubo pa yung 50% ng pera mo. Yes. Tumubo na yung, di ba? Yung 50% tumubo na ng 2 to 12%, depende sa age. Plus yung kalahati, no, naging VUL pa, can be, yung education, yung graduation gift. Ganon. Yeah. So kung pera si client, pwede talaga. Sorry, Miss Eva, go.
Ay, sorry rin. Sorry. Na-excite ako kasi naisip ko pwede sa mga lolo.
Oo po, di ba? May pera na siya.
Sila yung may pera eh. Oo.
Tama.
Ano lang po lolo kasi, the issue age.
Pera ng lolo. Ibig sabihin.
Pera ng lolo.
Pero hindi
diba, kasi meron silang pera, natutulog na, gusto nilang pamanahan yung apo nila for education. Tapos walang lugi eh. Actually, ngayon ko lang nakakita yung table na pinakita ni Red kanina, no, na yung 50% pa lang ng pera mo, sure nakikita ng 2% to 12%. So dun pa lang, ang sarap niyang i-present to conservative clients. Kasi sure tubo eh. Sure tubo siya. Kahit 2% lang yun, tumubo eh. Tapos parang panalo na lang yung VUL mo and for sure naman, hindi naman magiging zero yun. So definitely, tumubo yung pera nila rito. Ang galing pala ng design itong Future Scholar. Ngayon, lalo ko na-appreciate
sa proposition na yan.
Yeah. And the younger talaga, the better yung guaranteed education benefit.
Oo. Yeah. Kailangan lang yung lolong may pera, may apo.
Oo, tama.
Para meron tayong maging client for that product. Meron. Sige.
I remember nga ang isang yung spiel ni Melvin Esteban when it comes to legacy planning. When we talk daw to grandfathers or grandmothers, we can tell them na parang, have you thought about legacy planning? So sinabi nila na bakit sa apo ko, why not grow my own money for myself? ang kwento nga, ang laging ginagamit daw niyang kwento is, Mr. Client, I actually know friend. Yung friend ko, nilapitan siya ng anak niya. Tapos, ang tanong, Daddy, who's this man in the photo? Tapos sinabi niya, that's actually your lolo. Sabi lang ni Melvin, ang line niya is, sir, would you want to be remembered that way, not remembered at all? Or would you like to have your apos know that si Lolo, he's the one who sent me to school?
Yeah.
Yan. So if you're going
Oo.
to position it for legacy planning po, yan, pwede po, future scholar.
Yeah, ang
Galing
mga
ito.
lolo.
Great idea to. Maganda na mention mo, Miss Eva. Pang VIP to na kliyente. Pang VIP to eh. Guaranteed siya. So that's another way to take a look at it. No, sobrang flexible niya. Pang minimum 20,000 tapos 5 years lang ang baba ng commitment. Just a good start for people. And so pati sa kabilang extreme na may pera nandiyan dyan na gusto guaranteed, sure tubo eh. Papahiram niya lang kay Film Life yung pera niya. So, yeah, great. This is a great session for today. So let's go to the next.
Yan. So